Imagine you're riding a roller coaster in the front row. As the ride climbs the lift hill, you brace for the first drop. The train drops off the lift and begins to fall. You accelerate to nearly 70 miles per hour when suddenly you come face to face with a 2-pound block of metal with 4 sharp spinning propeller blades. That's not a pretty thing to imagine, and it doesn't take much imagining. We already see news reports all the time about riders being hit with cell phones. A drone, though a less common threat than a cell phone, poses an even greater risk of injury. This is why most theme and amusement parks have strict bans on overhead drone traffic. Note that all drone footage shown in this video is done by professional pilots in a closed park with permission of the park. Flying drones over parks has become more popular in recent years as drone technology has improved. This is especially true when parks do major off-season projects. Overhead drones pose a serious threat even when rides are not running with riders, as they can get caught in rides, causing mechanical issues, leading to expensive repairs for parks and ride downtime. Drones can also interfere with construction equipment and pose a serious threat to workers on the ground. Most major parks, such as those operated by Six Flags or Cedar Fair, have clearly stated on their website that drones or other unmanned aerial systems are strictly prohibited in their parks. This includes both when the park is open and closed. The argument for drones in a park goes much the same way as that of filming on rides. Unless you have specific permission from the park, then don't do it. Let's break this down further by first examining drones flying over operating theme and amusement parks. Without special exemptions, drones are required to fly under 400 feet by the FAA. This is fine for most applications, but in theme and amusement parks, this puts drones right around the same height as a lot of roller coasters and tall rides. Just about any person can obtain a drone and fly it over an amusement or theme park. The FAA only requires licenses for drones flown out of line of sight, meaning untrained and unlicensed drone pilots may attempt to fly over theme parks, as by their very nature, theme parks and amusement parks are usually located in places where they can be easily seen. The chance of them hitting a ride is much higher than you may think. Flying a drone around a ride is not the same thing as flying one around a building. Rides, by their very design, move in ways that are unexpected, in ways that your average collision avoidance system on a drone cannot avoid. The chances of someone getting hurt after a drone strikes a ride are also very high, due to the design of the drone and the open-air design of most rides. Even if a drone operating over a theme park doesn't collide with a ride, it still poses a threat to the crowds underneath of it if it were to lose control. Flying a drone over a theme park or amusement park is not only a bad idea, it's also illegal. Flying a drone over an operating park poses a serious threat to the safety of visitors at the park. This is covered by FAA rules and therefore can result in legal or criminal action against drone pilots. The FAA requires that a drone must not pose a hazard to other aircraft, people, or property in the event of loss of control. This, as seen in the eyes of the law so far, has meant absolutely no flying over operating theme and amusement parks, but this has been seen as more of a gray area for parks that are closed. In my opinion, flying a drone over a closed amusement or theme park is just as bad as flying over an open one. Even with no one riding rides, drones can still be a threat to theme park attractions and employees. Many people fail to realize that just because a park is closed does not mean it's empty. Theme and amusement parks are like little cities. They require huge teams of people to build, maintain, secure, and operate them. Many of these people are there all the time, regardless of the time of day or year. An out-of-control drone poses a serious risk to them, even if the park is not open. Not to mention that a drone crashing into a tall amusement ride or piece of construction equipment could damage them. Though this likely wouldn't be catastrophic for either, it could result in an undue hazard, meaning damage, resulting in a violation of FAA rules, meaning there could be criminal or legal action filed against a drone pilot. So far, situations like this have been handled on a case-by-case basis, but in general, it's a really bad idea to fly a drone over any theme or amusement park regardless of if it's open or closed without permission. Drones do have legitimate uses for theme and amusement parks. Many are exploring the idea of trained maintenance technicians using them for inspections when the park is closed, reducing the amount of times maintenance technicians need to go into potentially dangerous areas, such as the tops of rides. Parks have also explored using land-based drones for security assistance, patrolling less traveled areas of a theme park, like the parking lot, and alerting human security of anything suspicious. Personal drones, however, do not have the same advantages. They pose a serious threat to guests and employees of parks, as well as to park property. Tell me what your thoughts are on drones and amusement and theme parks below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.